Here's this week's Getting Started interview. We shot this one last summer. This one is Kim McCann at Conner Prairie, and she is going to give us the Mrs. Barker treatment.
One of my favorites.
So Here you go.
I was down to the Whitaker store the other day, and Miss Whitaker asked, did I need to order school books for Meg? And I told her, for the same time I told her last time, must be 7 by now, Meg ain't going to school. Ain't no sense in my husband spending his pennies on a girl being schooled. I ain't never been schooled, don't read nor write. I know my numbers, 1 to 20. I reckon if there's something more than 20 of, I'll just start counting again. Ain't no sense for a woman be schooled. She's got a smaller head than a man. And some doctors, some brain doctors, they measured men's heads, found them larger. Well, that means the man's got a larger brain, got capacity for more things. Now, a woman's got to have knowledge of cooking and cleaning and washing, sewing. And you got to think of it like a bucket. That bucket gets filled up to the top, and you put more things in it. Why, what happens to that bucket? Why, it just overflows and you lose what was in it. So if you go and start putting in a woman's head, reading and writing and ciphering and all fancy things like that, why, she's going to lose one of them other things. And now I ask any gentleman, you can ask my own husband or my son or my brother-in-law or any other man, what kind of wife would he rather have? Come home to a woman going to say him a poem, or a woman going to fix him dinner? My name is Kim McCann, and I'm the Assistant Manager of Interpretation here at Conner Prairie. I've been here for 4 seasons, and in my long, storied career of different jobs, this is the best one I've ever had. The thing that I love about Conner Prairie is that it allows me, as an historic interpreter, to bring to people on a one-on-one basis some of the ideas and views that we've sort of forgotten the progress we've made. As a woman, I like to portray Lucinda Barker, who is illiterate and is happy being illiterate, doesn't intend to school her daughters. And when you talk to people about that idea of what a woman's place is, and a woman being satisfied and happy with that, it is startling. It's the best with little girls, because what they do is come at you with 100 different reasons why school is so important. And it really engages them in a way that I don't think they're engaged often with history. When you see a mother and a daughter walk away after a conversation about that, and you hear the daughter say to the mother, is that really true? Is that really the way things used to be? And one time the mother looked at the daughter and she said, you know, it was true, and there are still places in the world today where that's true. And the little girl said, that's not right. And that conversation couldn't have happened without the conversation they had here at Conner Prairie. And that's one of the amazing things. You think about the past as being something we're done with, but we still struggle with it, we still deal with it. And that's one of the things that I love about Conner Prairie, is that it gives me an opportunity as an educator, as a history lover, as an interpreter, to bring that to people and bring it into their lives, and they get to take that with them.
Jon, why don't we just keep poking the monster here with a sharpened stick? I mean, the front half of that interview was so controversial, and I'm sure...
On purpose.
On purpose, yes. Kim, though, she is such an articulate person, and so intelligent. And the contrast between her and Mrs. Barker is like worlds apart. But she purposely embraces that character to get people to think.
Right. And I guess you also have to understand, as we have some of these interviews with these people that are high level, they've been developing this for a long time. And so when you do that, you kind of want to bring an intense message. And so, you know, some of these come to us and they feel a little strong, right? Most people wouldn't be working at that level and don't need to bring such a such a strong message into what they're doing, because what we're doing kind of speaks for itself in some ways.
Yeah. Mrs. Barker alone is a good reason to go to Conner Prairie, I'll tell you. And every time I go, I purposefully look up Mrs. Barker, and I try and draw her out of character.
That's mean.
She won't do it. She won't do it. But they do such an excellent job down there.
Yeah.
So.
I hope you enjoyed Kim McCann bringing us Mrs. Barker. It's a wonderful example. Again, remember, not everyone does it like that, but that one's a special one and a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching, and thank you for all your support. Great comments. So keep them coming. Thanks.